Welcome to Guided Life, where we meet our personal guidance team and learn how to work with our unseen crew of spiritual sidekicks. Your guides are ready and waiting for you to tap into their wisdom, help, and build the life you truly want. Host Shannon Ratay is a life and career coach, angel messenger, and medium who is known for her unique gifts of delivering messages from our collective team, including angels, fairies, and other helpers. Shannon leads you through each episode with spiritual downloads, energetic transmissions, powerful visualizations, and more, helping you tap into your own tuition to strengthen your confidence and connection. Shannon's calling is to empower you to create an extraordinary life. And now, here's your host of Guided Life, Shannon Ratay.
Hi everyone, welcome. So good to see you here today again at Guided Life, where we take each month to head in to a deep dive to an aspect of our our spirit team. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I always get a little nervous as I start off again. So let's try that again. How about we do a redo? Welcome to Guided Life, where each month we take the opportunity to do a deep dive into an aspect of working with our spiritual guidance team. It's so good to see you here. I'm seeing some familiar faces, and so I want to start off by saying hello, Evelyn. Evelyn, thank you so much for being here. Evelyn is a friend of the show, and you are here just about every month, and I so appreciate it. Hi, Jennifer McCormick. Hi, Allison. I saw Jennifer Rose in the comments there. Thank you so much. For those of you that were just at Messages from the Enchanted Realm, I really appreciate you sticking around and coming back for Guided Life as well. Hi, Jennifer McCormick. Yeah, but everyone's saying hello to Kelly, our producer. It's always good when she gets a shout out. Hi, Krish. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Natasha. Yeah, lots of friendly faces and some new ones as well. Hello, online psychic readings. Oh, me and my shadow. Good to see you back here as well. So today, well, first off, I will just introduce myself. I'm Shannon Ratay. I'm here each month, and I am an animal messenger. I keep saying animals today. I am an angel messenger. Hi, Krish. Thank you. I think I'm a little taking me a moment to settle in. I'm an angel messenger. I am a psychic medium, and in addition, I am also a life coach. A lot of the work that I do focuses on helping people with job and careers and helping people find jobs. And what's important about that, and just letting you know about my job as a life coach, my day job, is that so much of what I've learned and the skills that I've developed have come directly from my coaching practice and some of the things that I've learned along the way, working one-on-one with people and understanding how my abilities come to play as a result of working with my clients. Oh, hi, Gregory. So good to see you. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today. Hi, Linda Owen. I'm going to talk a little bit about what we are going to be working on today, and then we'll get started. So today we're going to be taking a look at those angels who want to work with us to help us make our dreams come true. Right now, there's a lot of energy around dreams, new projects, ideas. We've got a lot of those energies, right? We just had Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year happened this past week. So we're in that energy. We're still relatively new in the beginning of the year, so New Year energy. And my resident numerologist friend and colleague, the wonderful Kelly Brickle, we were talking recently about the universal one energy and numerology of this year. So that one energy of newness and fresh starts and beginnings. And so with a lot of that energy, there is a lot of encouragement from our angelic team around dreaming and how important it is to dream and how important it is for the world and the evolution of humanity for all of us to continue dreaming and then allowing those dreams to come to fruition. So in that spirit, the angels that like to help us make our dreams come true and are eager to work with us are clamoring today for us to take a deep dive into not only working with them, but getting a sense of what your dreams are and reconnecting to the dreams that already exist within you. So as we take that deep dive into our angels and the dreams, what we're also going to be doing is are some of our usual. I'll do a little bit of talking around my experience working with the angels and my experience of working with those angels who want to help make my dreams come true. You're looking at one of them right now. And then what we'll do is we will get ready for the energetic transmission. I will share from my body and my system to yours what my system knows about working directly with those, working directly with those angels. And then after that, we will move into a visualization where you can connect in with a dream of yours. And then the angel, you'll get to call forth that angel who wants to work with you, one of the many, to help make that dream come true. And then we'll drop into some angel readings and we'll see who shows up and wants to let you know that they are already working with you and might have some messages for you around either dreams that you've got going on or just some good old-fashioned life advice to help us get through everything that's going on in our world these days. So with that, I will take another moment to say hello to everyone. We've got lots of great familiar faces, great new faces as well. Yeah, welcome, Natasha. Hi, Allison. I might say hi to you twice. That just means I'm extra excited to see you. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Linda. Hi, Christy. Hi, Robin. Oh gosh, I am so excited to see Tiana. Kim Princess in the house. Yay. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. If I missed you, hello to you as well. Hi, Robin. I love the little the emoji hellos as well. Yay, it's always so good to have Charlene around. Ria, welcome too. I am so glad to have you here. And it looks like I might not actually be seeing, there's some new people who are coming in through the end. So, all right, let's jump right in. I think my first question for all of you is, how many of you have a dream or something that you could use help with, right? How many of you have a dream or something you could use help with? I mean, hello, all of us, right? I think that is part of what unites us as humans, is that we continue to have those dreams, those things that we can't help ourselves. Oh, Evelyn, let's see what your question is. Can angels please help work through these stuckness energies as well? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm so glad that you asked about that. We'll take a bit of we'll address that as well, right? Because that's one of the things that all of us have to come up across as we're thinking about our dreams, whether that dream is our dream for ourselves or the dream for humanity or for the evolution of the planet. But most of us, even as spiritual beings, because I know all of you who are here identify as spiritual people, we can often feel like we're doing it alone, or we default to thinking that we have to do it all ourselves. And so part of the show is just this reminder that you are not alone and that you have all of these angelic beings who are willing to help us. Now, that's part of the inspiration of this show, but we're going to even get a little bit more granular into our angels who like to help. I sometimes call them project manager angels, right? Like those angels that come in for the projects, the transformation, for a period of time to help us with something that we've got going on or where we might be stuck. So the idea is to think about it, right? Like when you need specialized help in your world, you call in a specialist. We're getting coming here in the United States into tax season, so you might need help with your taxes. And when you do, you call in an accountant. Or, when your toilet stops flushing, you call in a plumber. And the idea is what if you did the same with your angelic team and the angelic realm? Because the angelic realm can also operate like a responsive service industry. Um, so I've been talking about project manager angels for a while. And I came across a great book who builds on that idea and even makes it a little bit more fun. So if you haven't, there's a great book called Hiring the Heavens by Jean Slater. So I recommend checking it out. But some of these concepts are, built upon from and inspired from her book as well. It still works with those project manager angels, but takes it to the next level. So the framework for working with your angels is pretty simple, right? Step number one, simply think, what do you want help with? What do you want help with, right? Then step number two, who's the specialist you'd like to work with? And so the thing is that, and then once you think about that specialist you'd like to work with, simply calling in that angel, right? Being like, hey, one of the angels that you might be familiar with, even if you're not necessarily calling them in by name, but right, the angel of parking spots, like, come on in, right? I definitely called in my team of angels before this show today. What's really great about this is that you can have fun with it. It doesn't have to be serious. When you call in your angels, you get to enjoy the process of calling them in for exactly what you might need help with. You can call them in for everything. Now, the thing about this is that being clear and specific around what you want help with gets your system ready for the help, right? It primes our system for noticing either the new ideas or the solutions or the opportunities that we might not have otherwise noticed, because our intention, right? Our intention to get the clear next step for the project or the dream that we have, that intention shapes our observation, and our observation shapes our reality. It primes our system for looking for those solutions, looking for the piece of the puzzle, looking for the answer to our prayer. And then that expectation changes our energetic probability field. So it gets us all set up. Not only are those miracles and those answers happening all the time, but it now allows us to actually see them. So for example, I'm trying to think of some good examples that I can give in my everyday life around working with project manager angels. I think the one that comes to mind specifically is not too long ago, I was traveling in Europe, and then I needed a plane flight home. This was back in January. And so I was just, it was a little bit harder than I thought that it was going to be. And so all I did is I called in my perfect travel agent angel. Like, hey, I'd like to bring in a travel agent angel to help me pick out flights. And then my trip home took this whole different flavor. I thought I was going to be flying out of Rome. Suddenly I'm being told to pick a flight. I'm kind of intuiting and hearing that I'm supposed to be flying out of Milan. And then I pick a flight out of Milan. And it was not a rational flight for me to choose. It was a little bit more expensive than I had been wanting to pay. And there were other ones that worked too, but I felt really strongly was being really directed towards this particular flight. Sure enough, by the time it was time for me to fly out, there was this whole big trouble with flights in Europe back in January. They were running low on de-icing fluid. And so a lot of flights were getting canceled. The day I was trying to fly home, they were projecting that over 50% of the flights were being canceled out of Europe. And the exact flight I was on had been canceled the day before. As I was getting on my plane, the flight that was leaving before my flight got canceled, but my flight sailed on through, easy breezy. So that project manager angel that I hired, that angel, travel agent angel, picked exactly the right flight for me to get home, easy breezy. And I think it's a simple example, but I want you to know how granular I'm getting in terms of working with them on a day-to-day basis. I think the other one, I've talked about this angel before, but I have an angel which I call my hype man angel. Whenever I'm getting a little bit nervous or a little unsure of myself, which still happens a lot around this show, is I'll call in my hype man angel, and without fail, pretty quickly, I'll start having, this sort of sense, this rhythm coming in, and start hearing like, "Hey, Shannon, you're pretty awesome, right? Like, don't forget all the people that you're helping, and these people, they don't need you to be perfect because you're doing a great job." And so, anyways, just this angel that comes in and starts reminding me of all the ways in which I am already great the way I am. And so just gives me a little bit of that, like my own personal hype man momentum from my angel. Those who might have heard me talk before also know that I joke about I have the angel who takes farts away, that can be an invaluable one depending on what I've had for lunch and who I'm around afterwards. So that angel that takes that angel that takes farts away really comes through in a pinch, and I recommend it. So I'm hoping by sharing some of these stories and examples that it might get you inspired to think about what you might need help with, who you might like to call in, and that reminder that, hey, there's probably angels for everything, right? Like there are angels for everything. I'm seeing some new people that have come in. Hello, Cindy Woodside. Hello, Stacia. It's always so good to see you here. Monica, I am so glad that you are here. Diana, hi back to Montreal. Thank you so much for being here. And oh, Diana, I thought you said Montreal, and I'm seeing now that it is Montana. So anyway, those are some of the angels that I work with and have worked with on a day-to-day basis. So it's a pretty simple practice, right? So to number one, first identify your dream and what you need or want help with. It could even be that you need to call in the angel of dreams, and that you want to call in the angel that helps you get clear on what your dream is. That works, right? So identify what you need or want help with, or what your dream is, and then name your angel of choice, right? So I sometimes call in my hype man angel for anything that I'm getting ready to do, whether I'm heading out, heading out for the day, whether I'm getting ready for something like this. But yeah, name your angel of choice and don't be afraid to have some fun with it. I suggest making your request out loud, because naming it increases the impact. It increases the alignment in our systems, and our systems getting ready and lining up to be able to receive what it is that what you are getting ready to create in the world. And I'll answer your question. Can you pick up which angels are around me? Diana, after we go through and do the transmission and the visualization, I'm hoping you'll be able to pick up an angel around who's around you. But then, yes, I'll be doing some readings afterward to help people get in touch with the angels that are already here and that are already working with you, and want to be known that you can call on them. After you have made your request out loud, let it go. Like, release it to them to take care of. And as you release it, then keep your eyes and ears open, because once you get your results, of course, it is super helpful to acknowledge those results and say thank you, because gratitude amplifies the relationship and builds the expectation for your next request. So it reinforces this loop and makes it easier and easier to do this practice. A lot of this is simply to remind you that you are not alone, right? Like, you are not alone, and that your dreams are important, and that if you want something, that it is wanted for you, that your dreams are necessary and important in order for the evolution of this planet and this world. So we need your dreams, and we need you to engage with allowing and creating those dreams to happen. Even bigger picture, this is naming that we are part of a friendly, responsive universe, right? We are part of a friendly, responsive universe that wants what we want. It wants what we want for the greater good of all. Cindy is asking, is our guides angels? Yes and no. So the way that it comes through and the way that I've learned to work with it is we've got this big, broad guidance team, and then we've got different aspects of our guidance team. And so one aspect of our guidance team is our spirit guides. And the way spirit guides show up for me and the way that I work with spirit guides is they have a little bit more to do with the lessons that we're here to learn in the school of life, right? So if we have all signed up to learn certain things during our time on earth, that the teachers, the people who are keeping an eye out for us, making sure we're working those lessons and learning what we've meant to learn, falls in the realm of our spirit guides. They often show up with messages around how you're doing and what you need to concentrate and what you need to celebrate about yourself in order to learn what you need to keep learning. And on the flip side, that angels are a different realm, and that the angelic realm tends to have two different aspects. Aspect one is those angels are birth angels that protect us and are with us from before we take our first breath until we leave. And those birth angels, they're the ones that help get us out of a jam. Their first form of help is making sure that we don't leave the planet before our time. So any of those times when you're like, oh, wow, I can't believe I survived that, or how did I get through that situation without any scrapes? It's often your birth angels that you can thank for that. And then separate from birth angels are these helper angels, these angels that are here to help us make our dreams come true, help us work on projects and transitions, anything that we've got going on that could use some help. And that's what we're talking about today, is that aspect of our guidance team that is our helper angels. So as part of that, as part of that realization, right, that we're part of a friendly, responsive universe, the invitation is to stop waiting. Don't be passive or polite. This is not the time to hang back. In light of what we're going to be working on today, think, what dream do you need help with today, right now? Right? Like this week, what do you need help with? And I often joke that I'm like, oh, I have only one thing to do on my to-do list, right? Like get my life together. That's it. So that if your ask is big and broad, make sure that you're narrowing it down, right? Like make sure that you're getting specific. So like Nancy, thank you so much for sharing about having your stomach issues. So I love that you just employed an angel to help with that. And my suggestion to you would to be think about, what's the very next step, right? Like, what is the next step? It could be clarity on what you need to do in order to help your stomach. So you might be asking for clarity. It might be that you need a new expert to work with. So asking for that expert to cross your path. And so just getting nice and specific about what that next piece of the puzzle is for you that you would like help with. And you could even put like one angel in charge, someone who's managing the entire trajectory of figuring out what's going on with your stomach, and that you've got one managing, and then you're calling in individual specialists for different aspects of that particular situation. And so then after, as you're naming what you need help with, right, then name your angel. Ask specifically, which specialist are you calling in? I think you just gotten a nice example of that with Nancy. And then recognize that when you can hand off some of the things that need to be done to your angels, and allowing that state of supported flow instead of isolated struggle be your reality, it makes it easier to begin noticing the synchronicities that are happening everywhere. You start to feel held by something bigger than yourself. And then because, the world wants you healthy and well, the world needs your dreams. So with that in mind, we're going to move into the next part of our show, where I'm going to help everyone get present and in their bodies and set up for the energetic transmission. That energetic transmission will probably be about 5 minutes in which I share energetically what my system knows about working with these angels. After I do the energetic transmission, I have a visualization. So that visualization will last about 10 minutes. It can be good to get yourself set up now in a comfortable place. Make sure you're comfortable. Some people, like to lay down. Whatever way makes you most relaxed and comfortable. So oh, good. I'm glad, Nancy. Yeah. So about 10 minutes for that visualization. And then when we come back from the visualization, I'll be doing some angel readings. So stick around. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. So to set us up, first, I'm going to have everyone just get into their bodies. There is a practice in which you just simply start by breathing. Right? Just simply start by breathing. And as you breathe, noticing your butt in the seat, or perhaps your back in the back of the chair. Notice your feet, perhaps if they're on the ground. I am a chronic cross-legged sitter, so I'm noticing my feet tucked in underneath me. And as your breathing slows down, and you're noticing that butt in the seat, your back in the chair, taking a moment to notice your bones. All right? Getting into those bones in your body. Because when you're in your bones, you're in your body. Your body is that expression of essence meets form. It's a great way to connect with yourself, by connecting with your bones. Beginning by noticing your spine, the length of your spine, the depth and width of your spine, how it extends all the way from the base of your skull all the way down to your tail. Giving a quick nod to the bones in your arms and your legs, your feet and your hands, your head and your jaw. And as you go back to having your attention in your spine, from your neck all the way down your mid-back, all the way down to your tailbone. And allowing that tailbone to become a tail that travels all the way down to the center of the earth. As it finds that deep, deep space down in the center of the earth, your tail finds something interesting to wrap itself around. Maybe it's a crystal, maybe it's a rock, maybe it's some other object of interest, some piece of treasure down there that it wraps itself around. In addition to that long tail that connects you down to the center of the earth, you also have these roots that grow out of the base of your feet. And just as deep as that tail goes down, those roots go down into the earth just as wide. So you've got this wide base of roots and this long tail down into the center. And you don't even have to do anything, but in just the right amounts, warm, nourishing earth energy gently makes its way up your tail and up your roots. And this birthright of yours, this warm earth energy that nourishes your system, travels up into your legs, into your root chakra, into all of the cells, all of your organs, all of the places and spaces in between, gently nourishing and resourcing your body and system. And this continues to happen on its own without your attention to it. As this happens, taking a moment to call your sparkle back in. right? You might have been out and about today, deposited some of your sparkle in different places or with different people. Call it back in. Come back, sparkle. And as you call back in that sparkle, maybe it's still at the grocery store, maybe it's still at a friend's house, maybe you were thinking about being another place and you sent some off out into Hawaii or any of the other fabulous places you were thinking about going or being. Call it back in. And as you're calling it back in, at the same time, you might also notice that you've picked up someone else's sparkle. It might not be quite as sparkly as you like, and simply allowing that sparkle that is not yours to head back to where it came from. Send it back, right? You can sweep it away, intention it back, maybe catapult it, true, but just to send that sparkle that's not yours back as yours continues to come back home to you. And this too will continue on its own. As this is occurring, taking a moment to notice your own personal space, right? So your own personal space, your own personal energetic space extends arm's length distance out around you. It's like your own personal snow globe bubble that surrounds you. And this area, arm's length distance to each side, arm's length distance above your head, is your own personal energetic space. And so what's important about taking up that space is that when you take it up, there's not room for other people and other things to take it up. And so, yeah, letting, as you're calling your sparkle back in, knowing that that sparkle can come back to your body or into the energetic space around you. A really great practice around this can be noticing that edge of your energetic snow globe bubble. What does the edge of your snow globe bubble feel like and look like? Maybe it has a color. Maybe it has a tactile feel to it. Shiny and clear or fuzzy. And if your energetic bubble is fuzzy, is it fuzzy like flannel sheets or is it fuzzy like fur? And sometimes it can be nice just to sort of settle into your own energetic bubble, and feel free to decorate inside if you like, right? If you want to put up some posters or add a rainbow or some waterfalls, that this is your own personal energetic space. All right. So taking a moment again to notice your bones, your tail, your roots, how the whole system is being resourced by that nourishing earth energy. Just you and your sparkle in your own little snow globe bubble. If part of working with your chakras is a practice for you, going ahead and asking your chakras to adjust themselves in just the right aperture and color. Excellent. All right. So as you are sitting here enjoying the space, I am going to get the energetic transmission started. I'm going to be simply gathering up the knowledge my system has of working with these helper angels. I'm going to gather up the information I know into my own personal energy bubble. And for you to know, if anyone who has an energetic practice around this, has an energetic practice, just for you to know that I have an energetic container in place. And part of that energetic container is that not only are the right people here today, right? Like all of you are exactly the right people who are meant to be here, all of my dreamers, but that at the same time, that each person gets exactly what they need in exactly the right amounts, so that there is an energetic container in place to help hold this process as well. So as I am gathering up this energetic this energetic ball, all that I'm going to do is I'm going to put this energetic ball up and allow you to receive the information through your hands. Nice job. Rainbow color does not surprise me in the least, Stacia. That is, yeah, color, and I bet there's some sparkles in there as well, if I had to guess. All right. So I have this energy ball right here. I'm going to put my hands up to the screen. And when I do that, for you to do the same, simply put your hands up and allow your system to receive the energy of the information of these angels Yeah, through your hands. Nice and simple. So here it is. And so for you and your side, right? Putting your hands up to simply receive the energy and the information that my system knows of working with the helper angels. I've had lots of people have really miraculous results with the transmissions. Maybe noticing how your hands feel, how the energy around you feels. But just like receiving someone handing you a gift, letting that energy, that will occur in just the right amounts for your system. Ooh, this is a big one. Simply allowing yourself to receive the energy, the energetic information. Sometimes you receive that energetic information through reading a book or watching a movie. This is just a different form of energetic information. All right, winding it down. Yeah, transmission complete. So simply letting your systems, receive and integrate. Feels like everyone's system is nice and busy. Receiving the information that my system knows about working with the helper angels. They came on in. There was a big team coming in to assist. So yeah, as your system is integrating, we are going to get ready to do the visualization. The visualization is like a guided meditation, but with prompts that you get to allow your brain to fill in. And it'll last about 10 minutes. So go ahead and get comfortable. You might want to grab a journal or a piece of paper if you want to take some notes afterward. But we're going to help people get an idea, hone into their dream. Thanks, Jennifer. And then call in one of your angels, onto this project of yours to, help us all get to enjoy your dream come true. Oh, thanks, Stacia. Thank you, thank you. So here we go. This is getting started on the visualization for about the next 10 minutes. So this is a guided visualization to call in an angel to support your dream. So this is a guided visualization to meet an angel of your choosing who will work with you and help you move a dream of yours forward. This angel will be devoted to your success. They will be steady, capable, and eager to work on your behalf. So if you haven't already, find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Let your hands rest easily. Close your eyes. And when you're ready, taking some slow, deep breaths in through your nose and long, gentle breaths out through your mouth. Taking another slow breath in. And on your exhale, letting your shoulders drop. I'm going to sit back in my chair too. Another deep breath in. And as you exhale, letting your mind become quieter and more spacious. With each breath, you soften with each breath, relaxing. Imagine, if you can, letting go of your everyday concerns, and on each breath, letting yourself relax. Allow your awareness to gently come inward. And as you allow your awareness to come inward, notice there's a sparkle of light within you. That sparkle of light might be small, or it might be large. Perhaps it looks like a piece of glitter, or a candle flame, or your own personal internal star. This sparkle of light within you represents something you truly desire, something that excites you. It is your dream. As you get a sense of your dream, notice. What is it? What is the dream that lives inside you? What is your dream? However it shows up, or whatever stage of clarity it's in, it is just fine. Even if you're not sure exactly what it is yet, that too is just fine. At your own pace, simply let it emerge without editing it. When you think about your dream, notice. How does your heart feel? What happens in your body? What excites you about it? Now gently ask yourself, where do I most need help with this dream right now? What about it feels unclear? What feels stuck? What feels like the right next step? Name it quietly to yourself. As you hold your dream and this next step in your awareness, notice the space around you begin to shift. There is movement in your unseen team of angels, because the angels are near. Before you choose the angel to call upon, pause and notice. What shifts do you notice in the energy around you? What do you sense? What do you hear? How does your body respond to them being present? You are supported and adored. All right, get ready, because you are about to call upon one angel devoted specifically and specially to helping you with your dream. There is a sense of excitement in the air. Silently say, "Angel who supports me in realizing my dream, please come forward." Angel who supports me in realizing my dream, please come forward. Let your imagination show you what you need to see. You don't need to get it right. Whatever you imagine is just fine. Who is the angel that you called forward? What do you notice about them? What do they look like? What does their presence feel like? Take your time noticing them. Here's the good thing. Your angel comes prepared. Notice, what did your angel bring to help you with the next step of your dream? Did they perhaps bring tools or an object? Supplies like pen and paper or a notebook to track to-dos? Perhaps ideas? In my case, I tell them to bring snacks. Ask them, what have you brought to help me with the next step of my dream? Ask them, why have you brought this? Angel, what do you want me to understand about this stage of my dream? Now ask, what quality of yours do I most need right now? Angel, how can I connect easily with your help and insight? And lastly, Angel, what is your name? Now, your angel offers you a gift. Their gift is a symbol of your dream already realized. Your angel knows your dream will come true, and this gift connects you to that future. They place the gift in your hands. Receive their gift. What is it? What does it look like? What does it represent? Ask your angel, what do you want me to remember when I look at this gift? Now, take a moment to thank this angel. Know that this angel remains connected to you, present, steady, and eager to actively work on your behalf. Your dream is not yours and yours alone to carry. When you're ready, beginning to return, taking a slow breath in and a grounding breath out. Coming back to this space and this time. Feeling the surface beneath you, perhaps wiggling your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, opening your eyes and perhaps patting your body, remembering that I live here in this body. Yeah, welcome back. Well, everyone, that was powerful. There were a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people that sorry, a lot of angels that were present. I was feeling a lot a lot of energetic activity that was out and about. So anyway, yeah, looks like we're slowly coming back online. Welcome back, everyone. Oh, thanks, Jennifer Rose. I'm really glad that that was amazing. Yeah, if you're willing to put in the comments how that was for you, I'm curious if anyone got any good information about their dreams or interesting information. I'm curious if anyone got a good gift from their angel. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back and take a peek during the, yeah, just taking a peek back through. Oh, Stacia, you heard dubs. Wow. I am letting my system settle for a moment. You're so welcome, Jennifer. All right. Thanks, Kim. I'm glad that you thought it was nice and deep. You're so welcome. Allison, it was yeah, the angels have been quite vocal lately about wanting people to dream and recognizing the importance of their dreams. Yeah, that there can be sometimes this thought that our dreams are fantasy or impractical or yeah, all of these things. And that reminder that since we are aspects of spirit, right, that we are connected to spirit, we are aspects of spirit, that reminder that if we have a dream, if we want something, that it is wanted for us, right, that spirit wants it for us as well. And so yeah, thanks. Thanks, Labyrinthian Criterion. Such a great name. I'm really glad to hear your mood improved. Those old angels can do a nice little spring cleaning on us, and that you felt a true energetic shift. Oh, thank you for that feedback. I really do appreciate it. I always say it, but some of this does feel it's a little bit yeah, this is new for me still. So I am still building confidence that people enjoy this work as much as I do, that me sharing some of the practices that have made such a big difference with my clients and with myself have the capacity to work on this kind of platform. So I do really appreciate the feedback. Oh, and Stacia, thank you so much for telling me that your husband had a wonderful experience as well. That makes my heart so happy. Oh, thanks, Krish. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All right. With that, I think I am ready. If you are open to an angel reading and some information from your angels, I am happy to either answer some questions or do some angel readings. So let's, as your all systems feel really busy. So good busy, right? Like integrating everything that just happened. So if you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and put them in the ooh, you heard Ariel and sensed musical gift. Oh, wow. Kim, would you be willing to share? That's a perfect way in. Do you you can either name the dream or let me know, like, have you identified a dream? Do you have a dream or something that you're working on? I'm going to start with Kim. Yeah. We'll give her another moment. If you happen to be there, Kim, I am very curious, Kim, if you're willing to share. If you have identified a dream yet, you know what your dream is. I'm really curious to hear. We'll give you one more second, and then I'll start jumping into readings for other people. Excellent. I am wanting to I think you mean to sing again. Ah, you were wanting to sing again. How perfect. That is wonderful. So I am so glad that Ariel showed up for you. And um hmm, it's really interesting. What I'm sensing is I'm sensing Ariel showing up as it's almost like this overarching, because Ariel is so powerful, right? Showing up as this, someone who's overseeing all the different aspects of singing. So, overseeing all of these different aspects of singing. um and so you've got a heavy hitter that's coming in, and so it's almost like if Ariel is captain of the ship, right? And you've got all of these different, you've got like a first mate, you've got the cook, you've got all of these other angels who are wanting to help. There you go. Yes, Celeste is awesome. That is awesome. Because I was just going to say, I'm sensing a project manager, like someone else in addition to Ariel. And Celeste is absolutely one of the angels on your team. She absolutely is, she absolutely is an angel. She's coming through right now as a big bright light, and that's exactly why I was starting to go into some of the different roles within the ship, and that there's going to be some angels in addition to Ariel that you get to work with. And so I feel Celeste coming in right now. So when I see angels, I see them coming in as like a big bright light around someone. And so I'm seeing her come in as that big bright light versus spirit guides come in with a lot more solid energy. So with the angels, I see this big bright light. And I'm hearing there's so much sweetness in her voice, right? Like, so sweetness in her voice and in her presence. And it feels like I'm hearing the aspects of like gentleness, right? Like that reminder to be really gentle with yourself on this journey. That this journey around singing again is not about pushing, it's not about efforting, it's not about it's not about having to plow forward to make it happen. That it feels like, because with doing this, there's a lot of natural flow that is available for you here. And that her working with you is about the aspect of you doing this is about her working with you to be able to get into the flow, right? So it's almost like the way she's showing up sort of visually, right? Like, saying in this big bright light, but it's almost like if the two of you, we're going back to boats again. We're talking about captain of the ship, but it's almost like if the two of you were in that raft, and her job is just simply to let you know, hey, we could just get in the current and flow down the river. That her job is to come in and just sort of gently get your attention and let you know, that you've gotten out of the flow, right? Like, oh, hey, just, look, you started to eddy out on the side. You've started to eddy out on the side. Head back into the flow. And so for you to design with her ways for her to gently know when you've eddied out, when you've gotten out of the flow, those ways to gently catch your attention, because then once you're in the flow, it's like the right people show up, the right opportunities show up, all of those things. That this exercise in singing again is actually on a much bigger scale an exercise in learning to work with the flow of the universe, the flow of energy and information and resources, the way that you access all of that divine flow of the universe. So it's, in one hand about singing, and another hand about being in the flow of the universe. And so, that's where she'd really like you to start, is like, okay, let's work together and design how I catch your attention if how I catch your attention if you've started to get out of that flow of this project and then sort of the wider flow of the universe. So it could be like, oh yeah, we've been talking about birds singing today. Like, oh yeah, you hear a bird chirp, and that bird is your signal that like, oh, I've gotten out of the flow. I have to get centered and find my way back into the flow. Or whether it's a particular flower or a particular song comes on, or you hear a particular code word, however you want to design. But that's part of that building that relationship with Celeste is because we all know when those things catch our attention and we're like, oh gosh, that means something. So to design with her how the two of you are going to work together to keep you in the flow of this project. But this sounds like a really lovely relationship, Krish. And so I'm really excited for you. And so to keep leaning into that relationship with Celeste and building your asks for you in the same way that I asked my travel agent Angel, like, help me pick the right flight. And I got pulled towards this particular flight, like, hey, let's work together and design some ways that if I'm out of flow and if that I'm out of the rhythm of this dream of mine, that you'll gently get my attention and then begin pulling in some of your other angels, some of the other crew members that you get to work with on this ship, right? Who your other, who the cook is, who the first mate, who's going to swab the deck, all of those good things. So, oh, sorry. And I think I flipped around Krish versus Kim. So sorry about that. Sometimes I remember names by the first letter, so I flip people around. Excellent. So good job, Kim. But you're so welcome, Krish. All righty. Let's see. Oh, Fran's in the house. Welcome in, Fran. So good to see you. We just got done from our show together. And let's see. There she is, our fairy queen, Fran. Taking a quick peek. All right. Dominic, just to let you know that, it is possible to replay these. So they're all available on YouTube. So if you weren't in a good spot to listen to the visualization, just to know that you can go back and listen to this one and all of the previous shows. So last month we did clairaudience. So getting more in touch with your own sense of clairaudience and hearing your guidance team, and then working your way back. We did a generic one on angels, not just our helper angels like today. I've done animal helpers, we've done spirit guides, we've done fairies, or I say we, the royal we, me, Kelly and I, but we have done them so at Guided Life. So you can go back and listen to the other shows. All right, let's see who we got next. All right, I admit, Fran, if my fairy queen Fran is there, your angels definitely want to talk to you for a moment. Are you open for a message, Miss Fran? They're all bright and sparkly around, and Fran gave a lot of great messages today and insight. So I think it's like, all right, Fran, you've got your whole team of angels that are here. Oh, Fran, you've got a whole team of angels. It's your wellness team. And I'm seeing all of these angels they're gathering around you. And it's the team of angels that have been working on your health and helping you feel all tip top and 100%. And so what they want to do is they want to show up and acknowledge you, Fran. Because you might not have realized it, but you actually had a choice in the course of your healing journey. And this choice was, like if you wanted to get better, right? Like you had a bit of a choice. And so they want to acknowledge the powerful choice you made to get better, to keep working at things, to being determined. And so they are so grateful for you and all the hard work that you put into getting better. And for you to know that this was a whole team of angels that were working on your behalf. Of course, we know that you had some earth angels that were visiting and making sure that in the 3D world that you were aware of how many people were rooting for you and how many people love you. But your angelic team, they want you to know that it's not over yet, right? Like that you are not as far as you're going to go, that you are going to get healthier and healthier and stronger. And so for you to know that to keep calling on them and to keep being nice and specific in terms of what you want help with, but they are there and they love working with you and they are so proud of all that you accomplished and what a fighter you are, and they want you to know that not only how much the world is benefiting and going to continue to benefit from this decision to keep fighting and to get healthier and healthier, and like how much the world is going to benefit, but for you to know that you are going to enjoy the benefits of this as well, that like your whole cadre of loyal fans and subjects like myself, like we're all psyched and we're benefiting from your presence, but for you to know that that is going to translate to you enjoying life more and more as well, that this powerful choice will also reward you with more joy and enjoyment and adventure. There's lots of good stuff in your future. So they're showing up in mass, and one angel is stepping forward. Excellent. Yeah, and the angel that's stepping forward from your healing team, she's showing up in the nursemaid's outfit. She's got like the red cross on her chest. She's, and what she's showing me is she's showing up. She's the sassy nurse, right? So she's the nurse that was in charge of keeping you sassy during this journey. And so what she's showing up and is she's encouraging you to continue to lean into that sassiness, right? That is what is going to make this fun and enjoyable. It's like, it's exactly what, having no more fucks to give, lean into that. That's going to make it even more and more enjoyable. And that angel, that's part of what she's here for, is to help you lean into that energy and make this life, make this existence, make the day-to-day more and more entertaining to you, and for you to just let loose and go for it. Because it's freaking fantastic. So yay! I hope that helps, Fran. They were definitely here trying to get your attention. And I think all of us enjoyed hearing about your sassy angel in her little nurse's costume. I'm going to call it a costume because she dresses up for us to keep it fun and interesting. But I can't wait to see what's next, Fran, because she's pointing to a bright and shiny future of fun and joy for not just all of us, but for you too, especially you. So great. All right. Excellent. Let's see, whom else might Sylvie. They're definitely getting my attention for you, Sylvie. Just a second. Let me see what I'm getting. I'm more just getting energy if you're still around, Sylvie. Let me see what I've got for you. Hold on. Just taking a deep breath, because that was a lot of energy that just came in for Fran. She had a lot of energy going with her team of angels. All right, Sylvie. Let me see. Sorry, I'm laughing at your comment, Fran. That's right. I shall continue to grab hold of those fucks and leading the healing on. That's right, Fran. That's what I like to hear. And that's what exactly what those angels are supporting you and doing. Rock on, my friend. I'm so glad. So glad you're here, Sylvie. Sorry, we're all getting caught up in Miss Fran for a moment. Sylvie, I am seeing your angel come in as this bright light. I am so glad that you're here. This bright light is coming in as a female presence, and she's coming in as like that classic angel, right? Like I'm seeing with her big, huge white wings, and she's dressed all in white, and she's bathed in all of this glowing light. Whenever an angel comes in, I first double check if it's a birth angel, someone that's been with you forever, if it is in fact an angel that's coming in for a period of time. This particular angel is a helper angel, right? Someone that's coming in for a period of time as part of a dream, a project, a transition. And what she's telling me is she's here to help you with a project. And I'm hearing that this project has to do with a family member. And so it's really important to know that this project that has to do with a family member, she's letting me know to make sure that you know that you are not alone, right? That you do have help and you do have resources. And it's funny when I tap into the energy for whatever reason, like help with a family member, I immediately feel some like constriction in my throat. Not sure exactly what that means, but yeah, just some constriction in your throat. Whether someone's having, whether it's literal or symbolic, right? Like difficulty speaking up, or there's some actual problems or issues with the throat, but immediately coming up with sensation, pretty distinct sensation in the throat that doesn't feel super comfortable. So let me see what else that she's got. That you are not alone. She's saying that not to be afraid to step forward into this project, that some of the fear around it is that it's going to extend on, that you think like, oh gosh, I'm going to, I'm thinking that this project is going to last for, with the family member, is going to, or family member related, but this project is going to last a month. My big fear is that finish line is going to keep moving. And for you to know that she's saying that, like, no, that's not the case, right? Like, that's not the case, that you don't have to worry. I'm hearing that there will be a definitive end, that this is not you now signing your life away to this project, that there will be a definitive end. Let me see if I got anything else. She's also just reminding that part of what's really going to be important around this is going to be self-care. She's showing me, like, with that big cup of tea, right? Like having that cup of tea, quiet moments to yourself, that it feels like the moments of solitude, and making sure that you are scheduling time for yourself, and aspects of solitude are going to be really important to all of this. And that is actually a place that's going to be a really good stretch for you, because that the only ways that you're going to be getting those periods of solitude is those moments of solitude, is by speaking up and saying, like, oh yeah, right, like, I need some time. And so you're really going to be stretching and building that muscle of speaking up for yourself, and carving out that time for yourself. That's going to be a really good a really good practice for you. And that's going to be the lasting benefits, is that you're going to be a lot more comfortable taking care of yourself, speaking up for yourself, giving yourself what you need, because some of the discomfort around that will get easier and easier. So on the other side of this is more enjoyment of life, because there's going to be more comfort and clarity around what you need to keep yourself happy and to keep yourself sane. And I'm seeing in the comments, Sylvia, that your sister has thyroid issues. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And you're right. As soon as I read that comment, I do feel some more of that constriction, that's going on. Some constriction that's going on. I'm just sort of feeling into this for a moment. Your angel also wants you to know that, part of this journey is that, what's going on with family is for you to remember, almost if you have a mantra, that whatever is going on, and even though the project might be about somebody else on the surface, that you keep saying, like, no, this is actually happening for me too, right? Like, this is all happening for me. This is all for my growth and development too. So you continuing to own that you too are going to be getting the benefits of this experience, even if on the surface the experience doesn't seem to be about you. But I wish you lots of self-care. I'm sending you and your sister lots of healing energy, and my heart goes out to you. But I really did enjoy sitting in the presence. sitting in the presence of your angel. Yeah, and just really that sweet energy that she's got. She really is. So call on her as much as you need. She's going to be a really good one for helping to remind about that self-care, right? And helping, schedules clear up, things move out of the way, ideas for exactly what you need in order to do that self-care. So to work with her. So thanks so much, Sylvie. All right. All right, folks, I think we've got time for one more. Let me see. Oh, Natasha, I will agree. I speak to Raphael for healing, Archangel Raphael for healing all the time. He is the Archangel of healing, and he's a really great one. So you're exactly right. And Tracy McGinley, if you are still there, they are getting my attention for you as well. Yeah, let's see what we've got. So I am immediately getting a big bright light in, Tracy. And this bright light actually is one of your birth angels coming in. Birth angels with us from before we take our first breath all the way until after we've crossed over to the other side, taken our last one, with us as kids, all of it. Their role in helping is keeping us on the planet, making sure that we don't leave before it's our time. So any of those moments of feel like divine intervention, right? How did I survive this? How did I make it through that with so few scrapes? That has a lot to do with the handiwork of our birth angels. And they're letting me know that you have more than one birth angel. And so one of your birth angels is showing up here today. Tracy, this particular birth angel is showing up as a masculine presence. So he is showing up this angel is showing up in his divine masculine. There is something here about the protective energy of the masculine. And the message that I'm hearing from him is that you are safe, right? Like I'm hearing him say, let her know that she is safe. This particular birth angel, a lot of times the birth angels come in very traditional garb, right? Like they come in the way that we traditionally see the images of him. So I'm seeing him with brown hair. I am seeing him with a brown beard for anyone who was at Messages from the Enchanted Realm, but he's coming in with brown hair and a brown beard, and he has big old wings, and he's very much draped in gorgeous flowing fabrics. And he is really highlighting for me that protective masculine energy, right? That very sweet, protective, divine masculine. And I'm trying to see if I can get a little bit more information around what he is coming in for with this protective energy. And even as I say that, it's almost like, I see his wings going out, like that protective energy. It's almost like he's guarding, right? Like he's the one that's keeping an eye. He's the one that's guarding the perimeter. He's the one that is taking care of making sure that if there is, sometimes our attention can be always scanning the environment, right? Like what's the next thing that's going to go wrong? What's the thing that I'm not paying attention to? Oh my gosh, right? Like there's that noise in my car. Do I have to worry about that noise in my car? Oh no, I just heard the sirens going on. Is something, I hear the sirens. Is there a problem? So some of that energy about being on high alert and trying to scan the environment to see what we're nervous and worried about. And what he is here to say is that, like, don't you worry. He's the one that's scanning the environment. He's the one that is got a pulse on what you need to worry about and what you don't. And he's saying, so don't worry, right? Like that protective energy is like, if there's something you need to worry about, I will get your attention, right? I'll be the one to let you know if that noise you heard in the car is something that you need to worry about. I'm the one that's going to let you know if there's something that's dropped off your task list that that you lose track of. He'll put it back in your awareness. That there is nothing to worry about because he's going to be the one that lets you know if there is something to worry about. And I'm asking for a little bit more of a model of that divine masculine. She's saying, like, think of him as that protective older brother. Like he's coming in with big brother energy. Oh, thanks, Tracy. You're always on high alert. I identify with that, right? There's something about being intuitive and spiritual and being open and hearing, kind of getting messages from all different ways that I think it's go hand in hand with being on high alert. And so for you to know, to start playing with handing that high alert energy over to him, like your big protective big brother, and saying, I'm going to let you worry about it. I'm going to let you, because he's saying that you're safe and protected, and say, okay, it's his job. And in the same way I was talking to, I think it was Kim earlier, where you can come up with your own language and your own ways of communicating with each other. And if he needs to get your attention, like here's the code, right? Like here's the way that he's going to get your attention to let you know that you need to pay attention to something. And the extension of this is he's coming in to tell you that he's the one that's taking care of the stuff on high alert, is because there's actually a dream that you're working on. And so he wants you to feel safer and protected, because that will then free you up more for the energy of this dream that's waiting to come through. So I will ask you, Tracy, I don't know if you were able to listen to the visualization. Were you able to identify a dream? Was there a dream that came through for you? I'll give you a second. And I'm purposely asking you this to connect you with that energy of your dream for this particular moment. Yeah, and you don't have to tell me what it is if you're not comfortable, but do you have an idea of what that dream is? And the point of it is that he wants to turn your attention away from being on a high alert and what can be going wrong, and point it towards that dream and what is wanting to be creative. There is a dream. Wonderful. Excellent. So for you to know right now, the time is ripe to start training your brain and training your focus on that dream and working on that dream. No, that does not surprise. Nope, it has not happened. That's why he's here. He's letting you know that he wants you to hand your worries over to him and your high alert over to him to free you up, to focus your attention on that dream and the creation of that dream, that dream is important, that it absolutely possible to happen, and that he's also confirming that the world needs that dream, that it's important, not just to you, but to everyone. And so you would be doing all of us a service to continue to put your focus on that dream and work on that dream. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for your contributions, for your presence, for being here with me in all of this. That dream is going to be good though, Tracy. It feels really, the word that comes is like pregnant. It is a pregnant dream. It is ripe with possibility. But I really do appreciate you all being here today. I need to wind things down. Poor Miss Kelly has been on this all day, so need to let her off the hook. But it's been really fun getting to meet your angels, hearing about your dreams, and I really do appreciate all the support and love. And I often joke that I don't have a good way to sign off except to say it like, all right, Kelly, I'm done. But anyway, thank you so much, everyone, and I will see you next month. Bye, everyone.